First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
From nearby Norcross, Georgia, it's Alvin Kamara. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Bad news, they didn't get it on second down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They've thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Ready. Ultra. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Yellow.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Down to about the 45.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. They'll get this out to Kamara. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Here's Watson. There's Chris Olave. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Tua now on first down. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Falcons had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Saints 3, Falcons 0.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Okay, ready?
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Red, cycle.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Down. Check field.
On second down, a run with Gibson. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On the ready?
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Tua. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And this is good from 50 7 yards out. That bombs away right there. And that will tie us at 3-3. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Watson now to throw. Finds his... And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's got some space here.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. He will push his way down to about the 14. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ready, set.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Drill green. Ready.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Colby Parkinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
On first down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Austin. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hey, check Mega.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
Room here to run.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ready, break.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Cheetah.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Ultra.
Now Dillon on the inside give. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Antonio Gibson
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here. Oh, he rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Out to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Tua going to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Watson's throw caught by Olave. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Watson on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 2nd half starts with a run by Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. Now it's Tua. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
On the counter, Gibson.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw. He's gonna go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Watson. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up